Questions?
John, just the first half, I mean, Coach Lavin said you expect you to be pleased with everything in the first half. Just your thoughts on opening up that big lead and what happened, what went on there?
Yeah, it was a tale of two halves. We played very well in the first half at both ends of the court, and I thought they played very well in the second half. But in the first half, not only Devontae got going, as he can get going, and I thought his teammates, did a good job of getting him the ball. I thought both. You look at that. I haven't studied the end of game stats, but I thought our backcourt, Devontae and Markel, was very good. Markel was spraying the ball around. I think halftime, both of them had 5 rebounds. But I thought Markel did a good job of running the team and keeping the ball in the basket. We guarded, we defended. Every basket that they got was a tough shot, and then we got most of the rebounds. In the second half, we got a little careless offensively, which led to baskets for them, which got them their momentum. But the first half, I thought we were good. No doubt about that.
Two ratios. Your assists to make baskets, 17 assists to 23 made baskets, like that. And on the other hand, 17 assists to 18 turnovers. So you handled the ball well, but you didn't handle the ball well.
Correct, and we had 9 turnovers in each half. Which we can't do. We can't do that. We're fortunate, just that for the most part, particularly in the first half, we were still getting stops. In the second half, those turnovers led to baskets. But this is conference play. This is the Big East. You don't expect any team to have the kind of half that we had in the first half. Any team to have kind of half that they had in the first half. The second half, they were more like the St. John's that we've seen on tape, and probably more like who they are. But to your point, correct, we have to take care of the ball. We have to make sure, for the most part, when we get a good shot, it goes in. And when we make the right decisions, we get good shots, and then it goes in. So we just have to be a little better than we were in the second half, if not a lot better.
Coming into the game, did you expect your big men to screen as well as they did with DSR, and for him to get as many good looks as he got in the first half?
Did I expect them to screen as well? I mean, they need to, especially when he gets going like that. And we have some other guys in that locker room that can get going also. And so that's part of their job, not just to score on the block, and, but to make sure we get each other shots. And when I say get each other shots, I don't just mean the person that is throwing the pass to get the shot. I mean the person, that's making the hard cut to set that person up. The person that's setting the screen, as you said. There are many ways in which we can help our teammates get shots, and we have to continue to do that.
We asked you yesterday about defense on Harrison last year, 2 games. You chalked it up to having some bad games. Today, 1 for 12 from the field. What was?
He's just trying to jinx us because we played him again. We played him again in a couple of weeks. He's had a couple of bad games in a row now against us. 3 bad games in a row now against us. As attentive as we were with him, we went through a stretch there in the second half where we forgot that 10 could shoot. And so, but he's averaging 20 something, and much. You're gonna have a bad game every once in a while. I think the stars have just been aligned. That's been against us.
Atypical game for Josh. Maybe he goes 1 for 6, but he gets 4 steals, 6 rebounds. Those are kind of numbers he has not been putting up the last few games.
Well, I think Josh's effort is much better today. I mean, it's atypical. Unfortunately, it's atypical. He has to do that. He has to give that effort. He has to give that energy for as long as he can. Then we'll take him out. Like you said, he had 4 steals. I think they all were in the first half. The ball finally, the rebounds finally fell in his hands. The first one of the game where he had it and fumbled it and had it and fumbled it and fumbled it. But then he pursued the ball. He came up with it. He has to do that. So, we need him to be a presence, not just on the block offensively. We need him to be a presence on the court.
Type of question normally isn't in your wheelhouse, but I'll ask it anyway. 100th game between these 2 teams that have 31-point game. They're always one shy of the team record for 3-pointers. It's a nice milestone to go with the milestones. Is it appropriate for the occasion, I guess, especially since it's your team that
Yes.
When he
I
takes
mean,
the ball through.
you know, 100th matchup between Georgetown and St. John's, and most people in this room, or some people in this room, some too young, then you think back to all of to many of the memorable moments, you know, the sweater game. You think of Chris Mullen, and you just keep starting naming names, and Felipe Lopez, along with all of our guys. But that's what conference play is about. That's what, you know, over time, you have those special moments. And that's one of the things where I'm excited as we get going with this new conference, that you're gonna, you know, we're gonna strengthen or heighten the traditions with some of the former old members, and we're gonna start new traditions and animosities and rivalries with the 3 new teams that came in. But that's what happens when you go, you play a team 2-3 times a year. You know, you sit here, we want to start asking about number 11. Like I said, I'm serious. We got to go see him in a couple of weeks. You know, so we don't. That's the beauty of conference play.
Questions for Devontae?
Devontae, did you have any sense during when you were shooting before the game that you were going to have a game like this? I mean, obviously, we make the first one, I guess the rim starts looking bigger and bigger each time.
I mean, the more and more I kept shooting, it felt like that. But I think it was more my teammates just finding me in areas where I was open. For the most part, I wasn't expecting to be that open. But Markel did a great job today of just, you know, finding open guys, and, you know, I was one of them. So.
Like those 2, you're going to ask about, at some point today before we finish, you're going to talk about Aaron's athleticism. Okay? I'm talking to Ben right now. And he just reminded me, you know, in the first half, I thought Markel threw 2 hell of passes. One to Jabril, and the other one where AB got that dunk. And so that's I thought Markel, I don't know how many points he scored, but I thought he was very good today in making sure everyone got involved, including
Devontae, there was one right before half where you got the ball at the 3-point line. It was sort of the transition moment. You guys could have set up. You paused a bit. Thought it was almost like, heck, I'm hot, I'll take it. Was that pretty much what it was?
I mean, I really didn't think about it. Like, at that point in time, I was already ready to shoot. It was just like, you know,
Devontae, in your estimation, what happened in the second half? What was the difference between second and first half?
we had a lot of let up, just, you know, transition defense. A lot of the things that we keyed in on coming into the game, we did well the first half, but the second half, got a little sloppy with the ball, turnovers, just, you know, careless passes, not getting back, stopping guys. You know, we kind of let them execute their game plan against us.
I think I asked you yesterday about how you deal with all the shot blocking that they had. You said, well, this is why you practice different shots. I guess now I realize you meant 3-pointers.
That too. I mean, I didn't really think, you know, how we would score today. I knew coming into the game, other guys were going to have to get involved. Like you said, Markel getting guys, you know, going early, and, you know, I got going early, so it was good for everybody.
Any more questions? Thank you.